Reducing fractions to lowest terms. To reduce fractions to lowest terms, we have two steps to follow. The first step, find the greatest common factor of the numerator and the denominator. For example, we have here a given fraction. We have 14 all over 36. So 14 over 36 is our fraction. So to find, based on step 1, we have first to find the greatest common factor, or the GCF. So the GCF of both the numerator and the denominator, their GCF is 2. After we find for the GCF, our step 2 now is divide both the numerator and the denominator by the GCF. Our numerator is 14, and we need to divide this by the GCF, which is 2. And for our denominator, we have 36, and divide this by the GCF, which is 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7, and 36 divided by 2 is 18. We cannot simplify 7 over 18 anymore, so therefore 7 over 18 is our final answer. Reducing fractions to lowest terms. Our given problem, we have positive 15 all over 85. So to reduce this to lowest terms, first we need to find for the GCF, or the greatest common factor, of both the numerator and the denominator. So the GCF of both the numerator and the denominator is positive 5. So once we know the GCF, we will divide the GCF we will divide the numerator and the denominator by the GCF. This will be 15. Divide this by the GCF, which is positive 5, and positive 85 divided by the GCF, which is 5. 15 divided by 5 is positive 3, and 85 divided by 5 is positive 17. So therefore, 3 over 17, this is now our final answer. Reducing fractions to lowest terms. Our given problem, we have 27 all over 81. So the first step to reduce fractions to lowest terms is to find their greatest common factor, or the GCF, of both the numerator and the denominator. In this problem, the GCF of the numerator and the denominator is 27. Once we know their GCF, we will divide the numerator and the denominator by the GCF. We will have here 27 divided by the GCF, which is also 27. And then for the denominator, 81 divided by 27. 27 divided by 27 is 1. And then 81 divided by 27 is positive 3. Therefore, the lowest term now of 27 all over 81 is 1 over 3, and this is our final answer. Reducing fractions to lowest terms. Our given problem, we have positive 44 all over 400. To solve this fraction into its lowest terms, first we need to find the GCF, or the greatest common factor. So the greatest common factor of the numerator and the denominator is positive 4. And once we know the GCF, we will now divide the numerator and the denominator by the GCF. We will have here 44, and this will be divided by 4. And then 400 divided by 4. 44 divided by 4, this is equal to 11. And 400 divided by 4 is 100. We cannot simplify 11 all over 100 anymore, so therefore 11 over 100 is our final answer. Reducing fractions to lowest terms. Our given problem, we have positive 9 all over 12. And to reduce this to its lowest terms, first we need to find the greatest common factor, or the GCF, of the numerator and the denominator. So the GCF is positive 3. And once we know the GCF, we will now divide the numerator and the denominator by the GCF. 9 divided by positive 3 and 12 divided by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3 and 12 divided by 3 is 4. We cannot simplify 3 over 4 anymore, so therefore 3 over 4 is now our final answer.